Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is it. This is the big one. Manchester United travelling to Stamford Bridge for a game against Chelsea, which could make or break any slim chance we've got of getting into next season's Champions League. And I use the word slim, being very operative there. Joining me is Mr. Adam Ashton, who's the new Joe Smith, aren't you?
Yeah, it looks like it. I'm a similar height to Joe as well.
Yeah,
you
are, right? Yes.
Yeah. So. What is it? 3 or 4 times I've been on the channel now, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's I'm having fun.
Yeah, you seem so enthusiastic about it as well. Whenever I say it as well, do you want to come on? Can you come on the channel tomorrow? You'll go.
Yeah, I'm not one of them crazy people that's got these highs and lows. I'm like I'm at level 5 all the time.
Is that why you and Stephen Alson get on so well?
Yeah,
because you're so similar.
Because we're so similar.
Because he's such a level-headed guy. Get involved in the chat in the comments, and most importantly, right, get your phones out at home. Film yourself in landscape for 30 seconds, giving us your score prediction, and send it to paddockmatchday@gmail.com, and we'll use that as part of our pre-match build-up on the watch-along. As the big topic sort of leading up to this game has been injuries. We broke on, I think it was Tuesday night, that both Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof have picked up injuries in... Well, I think Lindelof had picked up an injury in the Brentford game. Martinez had broke down or picked up an injury in training, however you want to call it. Bit of a blow, that, especially the Martinez one, when we just got him back. Yeah,
it's gutting, isn't it? Because I don't feel like we've been able to get any sort of consistency with the way we play without Martinez this season.
I agree.
It's just I just wish we'd have been able to have him for longer than, what was it? How long was he playing against Brentford for?
20 minutes.
It's just 15. And it's worrying that he was injured in training as well, and there's Ten Hag came out. Was it today? Was it yesterday? About we're looking at this issue. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating that we're constantly getting these injuries all the time. Yeah. We can't seem to, even when it looks like we're getting all these players back. Ten Hag was saying it early in the season. Just wait till we get these players back, and you'll start seeing a change in the performance. But we haven't even been able to see that, have we?
No, and it's people like to play the blame game, and I've been a little bit guilty of it myself. You look at it and go, what is going on? Is it the club? Is it the manager? Is it the staff? Is it the players themselves? Why are we getting so many injuries? And also, players will get injured, but the amount of injuries United have had has been worrying. And also the fact that you're getting players, Martinez is the worst one because he came back, beginning of the season he didn't look right. Against Wolves he got hooked, didn't he, at half-time, first game of the season for United. Wasn't great. Then obviously he picked up another injury. I think he went off against Arsenal. He came back against, he played a couple of games, then against West Ham he picked up that injury, which is a bit unlucky, someone falling on you, can't blame anyone.
Yeah.
Against Brentford when he came on, I thought he looked woeful, I'm not gonna lie. I love Martinez, but he gave the ball away. Tony was sort of having the better of him. He just didn't look himself, and then in training he's picked up.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I've seen a lot of people saying it's Ten Hag's fault for even bringing him back so early. He shouldn't have rushed him back. But surely the medical staff should be saying to Ten Hag, he's not ready to play yet.
Yeah.
It's partly on Ten Hag for playing him, but if he's been given the okay to play Martinez and whoever else, I probably would as well. I wouldn't be able to stop myself saying put Martinez on because I want to see him, and we need him. We desperately need him. So if he has got the okay to say that he's fit, then that's why I think he might be a little bit more cautious for the Chelsea game, I think.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Talking of the Chelsea game, does feel like this is last chance saloon for not just to get into the Champions League. If we have any, and it's very slim, I don't even know if it's a thing, then we have to win this game. But also for Ten Hag, you've got this game and the Liverpool game. I don't want to look too far ahead, but sometimes we can be a little bit overly melodramatic, and it's like, oh, this could be it. But I think if he loses both these games, I think he's done. I don't think he'll get sacked at the end of the week, but I think the decision by Ineos will be like,
they'll have made the decision.
He's not our guy. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he needs to at least, I don't know, at least take 2 points from 2 games, which is obviously 2 draws. But I don't know. What do you reckon?
I agree with you. I think it could be if it's a disaster, especially if they get absolutely battered by either one of them, but especially Liverpool. I think that decision will probably be made at the end of this week. I'm kind of on the side that I think it would be more, what's the word? I think for Ineos to keep hold of him, that's sort of a ballsier decision to say, listen, he's already had 2 years, so he's sort of, if we were to get rid of him now and bring somebody else in, we're sort of going back 2 years anyway. So let's keep him in for now till we can get the proper structure above him. Maybe bring some more of his players in, because he's not really had a chance to sort of play his team. There's not many players that were playing the other day that are his players.
Yeah, I think the starting 11 against Brentford, I think 7 of them were signings that he'd not made.
Yeah.
Plus Garnacho and Mainu are obviously youngsters.
So, but I'm not making excuses for him. I just think if Ineos, I'll be interested to see how they handle it, because like you say, I don't want them to just react off the back of 2 really bad defeats. Yeah. If that's what we're saying, they're going to be 2 bad defeats.
No, but I get that.
But I want them to have made the decision based on what they see him doing behind the scenes. Yeah. I don't want it to just be based off that. But football isn't necessarily like that, and it could, if it goes bad these next 2 games, that could be it for him, I think. Yeah,
I hear you, I really do. Let's talk about the predicted 11 though. This is the team that you think will start against Chelsea. So the big question is probably the back 4. You've got Wan-Bissaka on the right, Delot on the left. You've also brought in Johnny Evans and Rafael Varane, who we've been told are both back in training and should be fit for this game. Just talk us through your thinking now. Why do you think Ten Hag will go with that setup rather than Maguire, or why Delot on the left?
Well, I mean, there's not many options, is there, at the minute? No. It is just a case of, it was either probably Maguire or Evans. I just think Evans has been a little bit more effective when he's played for us this season. I know he was only brought in at the beginning to just sort of be have a few games in there, but he's been one of our better players, which is a strange thing to be saying in 2024. But that's why I put Evans in. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka played right back the other day, and Delot played left back. I do prefer Delot at right back, but we would have had Lindelof at left back. We got nobody else there, so I think it has to be Delot.
The big call you've made there is no Casemiro. You've got somebody you think he's going to do that.
So Casemiro's back in, isn't he? But personally, I'd prefer to see Casemiro in there, and I prefer to see Mount in there as well. Right. But I think with the comments that he made, especially after these 2 injuries, and sort of a bit of a fuss being made about it, and him coming out saying, I'm going to be a bit more cautious about it. Yeah. I think he may keep them on the bench and then bring them on later. I think Mount will definitely get some game time. I mean, it's a shame that we're not still talking about the goal against Brentford. That's a shame. So if he'd have scored then, and we went on to win the game, and we didn't get any injuries, I think he would be starting Mount. But I think maybe McTominay offers you some sort of consistency.
He did score, didn't he, against Chelsea? I think he get a brace against him.
Like the last time we played him. Yeah, so I think he might start with McTominay, but I think Mount will definitely get some game time, and Casemiro as well.
I mean, that would at least give us some options on the bench if we had the likes of Casemiro and Mason Mount on the bench. I've gone slightly differently. I think he'll actually start both those players. I've brought Maguire in. I thought he's meant to be fit. He still had some decent games this season for Manchester United. Got Player of the Month at one point, didn't he? I think Casemiro will come back in, and I think Mason Mount, who can play on the right side of a front 3, might be the option there. Get involved in the comments and let us know what you think, whether you agree with myself or Adam or neither of us. Also, I've gone like you. I've gone Delot at left back and Wan-Bissaka at right back. I think Wan-Bissaka struggled on the left hand side against Brentford, although he did look good against the Scousers. So I think he might prefer to put him back on the right and Delot at left back, which he has done this season a couple of times. In terms of Chelsea, I mean, you think United are unpredictable. Chelsea are in 12th for a reason. Well, 1 minute they look like they can beat anyone. I saw him at the Etihad not long ago. They had a really good game where they took the game to City, and it was, I think they ended up with a draw there. But then you look at the recent game against Burnley, where Burnley had 10 men for the majority of the game and conceded what was never a penalty. And yet, they end up drawing that one. You just can't predict them, can you?
They're like us, though.
They're like us, but worse, aren't they? Yeah. More erratic.
Just a bit more crazy. I honestly, I couldn't say how it's going to go, to be honest, because of their form and because of our form. We're inconsistent. We have those games where we take it to the big teams and look like we played well, and then you think, we're going to batter Fulham or Brentford, and then it doesn't. It's just I really don't know how it's going to go. The only thing I'm scared of is Cole Palmer. I just think he's having a good season, isn't he? So, and I think if we can stop them getting the ball to him, we might stand a chance. But I mean, he scored against us last time as well, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, he scored a very good goal at Old Trafford. He's a Red as well, I think. He's from Wythenshawe. Yeah. I know he was at City, but I believe he's a United fan. I'd have him at United. I mean, I think he's a great player. But you're right. I mean, they call the billionaire bottle jobs, and they've got a lot of players who've been pretty much a disaster at Chelsea. But he's certainly not one of them. He's probably been their best signing. With all that being said, give us your score prediction for this game. I mean, this is
I think we're going to go
difficult one.
I think we're going to go 2-1 to United.
Really? Okay.
I've gone back and forth between it being a draw and us getting beaten.
Right.
But I think I'm going to go for 2-1. I think because the performance was so bad the other day. I think the players might have a little bit of a point to prove.
Right.
I hope. And then, but I do think they'll score against us because I think we leak goals. I think our defence. Half of them are just back from injury, so I can see them scoring, but let's just be deluded and say we'll win 2-1.
I love that. I like a bit of delusion. I've always been guilty of that myself. However, my delusion has been replaced with cynicism. To be honest with you, Adam, it's been sort of
been drained out
of me and kicked out of me, whatever you want to term it. I haven't got the energy anymore, and the belief is just going. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think we'll lose. I think this is going to be a horrible week. Or a horrible week, I can't get my words out. I think I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. And I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I want United to win. I'm not saying I want us to lose. I just think we will. I just thought that Brentford game was terrible. And I just don't know if we're going to have turned it around in a few days. I hope I'm wrong. And Chelsea are pretty poor, let's not forget that. So, I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I don't often say that.
I hope so as well,
Get involved in the comments in the chat. Don't forget to send us your score predictions. Adam, where can people find you? What's your cake page? You make cakes and all that, don't you?
It's Adam Abbey Cakes. Abbey spelled A-B-I. That's my sister.
Right, okay.
So Adam Abbey Cakes.
We don't want your life story, right?
Well,
okay, you don't tell us who that is. Right, go and check out Abbey Cakes on the socials there.
Adam Abbey Cakes.
Adam, sorry, I've just deleted him from that account there. Go and check him out. You know where to find me as well. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. This has been the Chelsea Preview. Thanks for watching.